What's going on, everybody? It is your boy JT, and we are back to the Crypto Den. I want to thank you for tuning in for another exciting topic, which is taxes in crypto. Not really, it's a pretty shitty topic, but at the same time, it's important to know where you will owe your government and how, and kind of what this stuff is and how it's treated. So, before I get into it, for those who do not know, I am Jake Tullis. I go by JT, and I run a digital asset fund called Bleeding Edge Capital out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I have 10 years of software development experience. You can check me out online. I'm a pretty public guy. And today, I just want to go through what the taxes are for crypto to help you guys really think about your investing strategy from a different lens, ideally. I take a discretionarily long approach. I'm relatively boring in this space, talking about fundamentals and the software and the technology, because that is my passion. None of this is financial advice, but I am quite the enthusiast of this technology for a lot of reasons, and hopefully you can get a sense of that watching my channel. This video, though, we're just talking about boring old taxes. So let's just go over here, and I wanted to grab a credible source, Investopedia. That way, you're not just listening to me, but you also have a good source for when I talk about this. So basically, crypto behaves like stocks in the sense that you have short term and long term capital gains, no different than a stock or real estate, even. Um, that means if I put 1,000 in on January 1, and then in March it turns to 2,000, and I sell it. I'm going to owe, in America, I'm going to owe short-term capital gains tax, which is, oh, they had an example. It's anywhere from 0 to 37%. Let me see if it's, yeah, right. And then if it's long term, yeah, there we go. Short term capital gains, boom, right there. And then if it's long term, so same example, you put 1,000 in on Jan 1, and then you sell it for 2,000 in Jan 1 the next year. So exactly a year later or any time after that, it's going to be long term gains, right? And then how much you pay is directly correlated to your income tax bracket, which we could find out pretty quick. 2024 tax brackets for crypto. Oh, there you go. Just a nice little table, ideally. There we go. So you can get an idea of how much you'll actually pay depending on when you bought and when you sold. Okay. Now, it's also really important to know that in America, the IRS treats these assets as real property. So the laws around them and the taxable events and all of that stuff, the entering and exiting of an asset will trigger those capital gains taxes. But in terms of how the IRS views the assets, it's real property. Because honestly, capital gains refers to any asset. So that's like a umbrella approach to how they tax it. Then it's about the classification of each asset, right? So commodities, securities, real property. Real property would be like art, boats, cars, houses, and crypto. So if you're ever curious about how that affects your portfolio, you would then just go into specific real property rules by state, and then also go check it out federally. So the IRS views it as real property under an asset where you'll be taxed as capital gains based on your profits and losses. It's also really important to know that your losses do go towards your gains. So let's say you had um, 100 grand in the market, and it was spread across 100 assets to make it easy, and 30 assets lost 30 grand, but 70 all made a grand. So you're at 170. That's your portfolio value. So you made 70,000, right? But then you got to remove the $30,000 in losses. That would be your net income. So you would pay taxes on 140 instead of 170, saving you some tax obligation there. And that's how crypto taxes work, guys. If you have any questions, reach out. I promise you I would keep these things short. I'm working on that. I'm not a concise guy, but hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and I'll be back again. Thank you all, and take care of one another. I'll see you.